here are the albums I was that was given away that I choose to take, and I was thinking, why not go through them and talk about them a little bit? Okay, so let's start here with the singles. There are 3 singles with Bananarama. It's Love in the First Degree, it's Robert De Niro's Waiting, and there's Venus. They all sound very good, no problems whatsoever. Then there's a 70s single with Cher, Dark Lady. Sounds very great also. Most of the album sounds very good. This one has a few scratches, but plays fine. Edwin Starr, War, from the 60s, I guess. These are rock. And then we have an Italo disco record single with Ken Laszlo, Don't Cry. In the 80s, I did like much of these Italo disco and that kind of stuff. So it's a good single. Then we have a group from Denmark called Laban, a single Prisoner of the Night. Not the most famous song, but it's a good single. It's kind of synth. Raw band, kind of jazz, pop, across the bay. They are more famous for another song that I will talk about later when we come to that album. It's okay, not the best, but it's nice. Then we have a Swedish one, Thomas Ledin, Sommaren är kort, in English, The Summer is Short, which is very true in Swedish. Now, the full-length album, and some maxi singles as well. Okay, let's see, Afrik Simone, Ramaya. He is from Africa, and he did this song Ramaya that is kind of pop, I would say. It's from 1975, I've seen. I have only heard the Ramaya before, and I would say that I don't think many of these songs are very famous, so I guess he wasn't famous really. Supply was famous for a song called Making Love Out of Nothing at All that Jim Steinman did, and this was one of their records, Lost in Love. It has not the previous one I said, but it has Lost in Love, All Out of Love, and well, it's good songs in there. I've listened to it and it's really good. It's pop, synth pop maybe. And then there's a double album with Alice Cooper, and this album consists of his 2 first records that they made this competition. It's Prettiest for You and Easy Action. Now some of these songs are great, but I like that one best, Return of the Spiders. That is a really great song on the album, but I like the others as well. And these were Alice Cooper's first records, songs, so they're kind of old. Then we got some pop funk, maybe I would say, Barry White. Not easy to read the titles, but You're the First, the Last, My Everything. That is kind of a famous song though, and it's kind of maybe soul funk soul maybe. well, it's a good album anyway. Then we have a nice album with Bee Gees. The second song on that A side is Io Io, and that is a kind of funny song. Otherwise, I don't think there were many hits on this one, but still, it's a pretty good album. I like it. I've heard many of Bee Gees, and well, they're good. And then we have a Finnish group named Bogat Co. But the thing is, and the title on the album is Only Lonely, but later they changed name to Only Lonely. So, and there's also Maxi Signal with them. So at first they were called Bogat Co. and then changed name to Only Lonely. Why they did that? I have no idea. But it's synth pop kind of. Bee Gees is rock kind of like that, as always. So there's these three. Then we have an American folk singer named Buffy St. Marie. This one is rather famous. I'm Gonna Be a Country Girl Again. A Swedish artist named Lena Andersson did a Swedish version of that one that became very famous here in Sweden. But here is Buffy's original one. I have searched on Discogs, and it seems to that this album was available on different records, but this one is pressed in Sweden. And there we have something very special that I thought that he maybe had placed there by mistake, but I don't think he had. It's Cat Stevens' record, T for the Tillman, very good record, but it's a mobile fidelity pressing, this one. You can see that on above there. Mobile fidelity, that's really great stuff. It's perfect pressing, very good sound, perfect. And Cat Stevens, I guess many knows him, so I would say pop on that one. And then we have another Swedish artist that was in Swedish Melody Festivalen in the 80s, but this was before that. And Love minus Zero. It's pop songs, but the songs are actually Swedish versions of different Bob Dylan songs. So there are Bob Dylan songs on this one. But I haven't written the original tracks, what they are called here. But yeah. And I would say that it's kind of a pop. He hasn't made the blues. It's more pop like that. Then we have a Maxi Single with Depeche Mode that came out in 1984, I guess. Really great Maxi Single, this one. Really great, good mix. The B-side has some scratches, but sounds okay still. The Slavery Whip Mix is on the A side, but well, it's still good. And then we have some artists that has people don't like him because he did bad things. Gary Glitter. It's kind of glam rock, I would say. Okay music. but he has bad reputation, so maybe not that popular. Then we have another Maxi Signal with George Kranz. He was German. That's why you see trommel tanz. Well, what to say about one? This is really a weird song. He sounds like a mental from that he has escaped from a mental institution or something. He has really strange one. But okay, it's okay song, but maybe not my cup of tea really, but still. Then we have another one that is, I would say disco on this one, George McRae. And this Rock Your Baby is, I guess, his most famous song. And it's even in two parts, a reprise of the last song on the B-side. But hey, you know, it's kind of disco, maybe a little funk, but yeah, disco funk maybe. George Michael, yeah, he's kind of famous because he was in Wham, and this was his first solo album. Well, I guess it has many good songs also, so yeah, and yeah, kind of pop, I guess you can call that. Then we have a Swedish artist named Harpo. That was almost necklace there in Jungle. Okay, Harpo, that's really weird, but anyway. This was his first record. Well, I guess you can say it has some nice tunes on them. Let's see, Sayonara got famous, I know for sure. The World is a Circus got also famous, and Teddy Love. Baby Boomerang 2. The B-side is like a medley of different short songs, I guess. But I would say that it's an enjoyable record. This was, of course, before Movie Star came out, and it's kind of pop, light pop. Howard Jones was big for the synths in the 80s, and this is a maxi EP, I guess you can say, because it has extended mixes of some songs from his previous albums. And some of songs are great, some not so great. Look Mama is good, Hide and Seek is also good, and that. So yeah, some of them are okay. Jan Önneryd, that's like, I would say it's Swedish, and it's kind of slager. Or light pop, I guess. Well, there are nice, good songs there. Running Bear, they used the Hooga Shaga from that song Hooked on a Feeling on it, but well, there's a lot of covers on this one. It's Everlasting Love and In Dreams and, well, some other stuff. Well, I guess it's a nice record. Not very great, but it's not bad. It's okay. Then we have another one, and this one was the first record on Marianne, I guess. No, this was first in EMI, so it's, no, sorry. Okay, it's Jigs, and that's like Swedish dance band, I guess. Dance band, Schlager, lighter than Schlager. It has only It has only covers on this one, but it's okay covers. Green Green Grass of Home and Beautiful Sunday and Sylvia's Mother and other stuff. So it's maybe not my cup of tea, but I have listened to it and well, it's okay. Landslaget is that's more like pop, I would say, light pop. The most famous song is Tala om vart du ska resa. Another group in the 90s used that song and became they would sued for that. Little Richard, well, that's rock and roll, people. That's rock and roll all along, and it has many of the famous songs by him. It's a tip-top record in my opinion, especially if you like rock and roll, which I do, but I like other stuff as well. Okay, the best of Lobo. Lobo is most famous for that one, I'd Love You to Want Me, and me and You and the dog named Boo, sorry. But it's kind of pop, I guess. Some nice songs with lyrics. Now, I mean, it gets into your head sometimes, some of the stuff, but yeah, I like it. Here's one classic record with Madonna. I didn't have it on vinyl before, I had it on CD. So I thought, well, hey, that's cool having that on vinyl. And it has really great songs. Not very easy to read the titles because of the white background on that. But hey, it's a keeper. It's really great. Then we have another folk singer, I guess, called Melanie. She's most famous for a song named Candles in the Rain, Lay Down. It's not featured on this one. It has this cool, here, you can open up that. That's kind of cool. And then a record is in here, like that. Cool. I don't know, I don't think they are really famous on this one. I'm not sure. It's kind of folk songs, pop like that. Well, it's a good record, and it's cool design, like I said, like this with that. Really cool. Neil Diamond, he's famous, a pop singer, I would say. It's his 12 most famous songs. I guess many have maybe heard them. So, but yeah, it's good listen. It's from 70s pop, I guess. Then we have a Maxi Single, Paul Hardcastle, 19. That's about Vietnam War. Well, I guess it's good Maxi Single. It wasn't my favorite when it came, but well, it's not bad, but it's not great either, so it's in the middle. But I got them for free all, so I shouldn't complain. Then we have another one that's disco on this one, Lady Bump. That song was on Jimmy Fallon do not play these songs. They played that song Lady Bump, and Jimmy Fallon got, what is this? You know, he didn't like it. or a scream he didn't like, anyway. But I mean, for the 70s and it's disco, it's okay, listen, if you want to play a little disco music. Okay, then we have a Swedish artist named Pug Rogefeldt, and this is his first record. Originally, that text was in black on the first pressing, and that is worth more, but this yellow one is also kind of worth a little bit. It's can we say prog rock, kind of that kind of stuff. Let's see, the tracks are written here. I don't know if it says really much, but Här kommer natten, Here comes the night. That's one very famous song, Swedish song here. And that, so yeah, it's a very good album. Yes. Then we have Ra Band, which I had the single of also there, back there. And here's the thing with that. The most famous song is Clothes Across the Room, which is about an astronaut that has a love interest that his wife doesn't know. And it's the music on that album is like it's kind of jazzy pop, I would call it, I guess. So it's jazz pop. Well, then we have another Swedish group, by the way. Ra Band is not Swedish, but anyway. Reeperbahn. It has the artist Olle Ljungström, which became very famous for this group. And it's kind of prog rock, punk rock, something like that. It's one of the most famous albums with them, actually. And then we have a compilation album with Writers Brothers, okay, which have You Lost That Loving Feeling and Unchained Melody and a couple of other stuff. It's pop, ballads, like that. Really great record. Then we have a Swedish artist named Robert Kubai. It's it has this funny here inside with a robot and a couple of other stuff. It's I wouldn't say this is really serious music. It's kind of childish music, some of it, but on the whole, it's a quite funny album. So it's not bad. It's just maybe not. Yeah, it's something you can listen to and laugh about. Then we have, I guess, rock pile, and this one has also something special in it because it has an extra record like that. It's a bonus album with covers of other artists they made, and I would say that it's kind of rock, kind of, yeah, like that. Rubettes are most famous for a song that's on this that is called Sugar Baby Love, that I think many have heard. It's it's kind of pop, something like that, you know. Then we have a very Samantha Fox. She was big in the 80s because she was in a Swedish TV program and showed her breasts, so she became very famous there. And this one has extended versions of some of her most famous songs. So it's I guess you can say EP or Maxi Signal or something, but it has 4 songs on it. No, it has 5 songs it is. So I guess it's not Maxi Signal then, maybe EP. Then we have a dance band with Schütz. These were big in Swedish. We got 2 by them, by the way, but this is the first one, and the first track, Aj Aj Aj, is a very famous song here in Sweden, I guess. And then we have another one with them. It's called Rock and Roll. It's covers of Boney M and a couple of other artists on this one. So, well, it's a dance band, kind of slager, yeah, like that. Okay, listen, not the best, but playable. Sigisig Sputnik, they were kind of between new wave and synth pop, I guess. They only made this record, I guess, and Love Missile F111 was the most famous song on this one, and it was a hit in USA also, and a couple of other countries. Well, it's kind of funny to listen to that, because I thought they looked kind of cool in the 80s. Then we have another Maxi Signal with a group named Snowy White, and the song is called Bird of Paradise. But that Maxi song sounds very much like Dire Straits Brothers in Arms, and I'm surprised if they didn't sue them, actually, because it sounds so much like that one. So you be surprised if they did that. But I don't know, it's a good song anyway, but like it sounds like Brothers in Arms, totally. Then we have another Schlager, the dance band, Stanley. This was the biggest record, because they had a song that is called Jag vill vara din Margareta, I wanna be yours Margareta in English. And there were also some ABBA covers on it also, and it was a very big hit here in Sweden, that album. And here's the follow-up. It doesn't have as good songs as the previous album, but it's still okay. There's some covers by the cover Electric Light Orchestra and the Boney M and a couple of other artists on it, like Daddy Cool that Boney M did, and well, a couple of others. Then we have another dance band Schlager, Streetless Speed. Now this front, I mean, has quite a lot to do with drugs, I would say. I mean, just look at it. Speed could be something about yeah. I would say this is a drug cover, but hey, who am I to say? I mean, it has some funny songs, so I don't complain. It's just weird. Then we have another Swedish dance band cover. I mean Schlager. Sven-Ingvars. Now this album is a soundtrack for this movie, Under ditt parasol. It was meant to be that movie should be a big hit, because they copied Beatles 2 movies. It's a Hard Day's... No, I mean... Help and that. But it failed big time, I would say. And this is a soundtrack for that movie, because on the B-side, every one of these songs is in that movie, and many of the songs on the B-side as well. There's some extra songs that wasn't in the movie, but many of them are. So it's a unofficial soundtrack, I would say. Then we have had some nice pop with The Sweet and The Biggest Hits. It's I like these songs a lot. I mean, Sweet made very nice songs with tracks that get you in your head, so to speak. Okay. Then we have a Maxi Signal with named Sylvester. It's kind of hip hop, synth dance, something like that. It's okay mix. I hadn't heard that earlier, by the way. I missed it. And then we have Swedish artist named Tanya that made covers that were kind of famous in Sweden and other places. Some are okay, some are real bad. That I would say light pop on that one. Then we have a Maxi Single with Tina Turner from the movie Mad Max. That's a really great song, in my opinion. And the B-side is instrumental version, but it's still good. Then we have a Swedish kind of schlager, I would call it. Not dansband, but schlager. Tova Karlsson. She made some songs with other artists, but she also made some own. Many of these songs are covers, but there's some Swedish stuff also that they did here in Sweden. So, well, by some Swedish name. Yeah. Then we have a Maxi Single. This is really cool because this one is marbled like this, you see. That's really cool, and it's a catchy tune also. It's I would call it dance pop, maybe light synth pop, something like that. Then we have a Swedish artist named Flindell. He has made very many records. I didn't have this one before. It has it's only songs in Swedish, but it's a good listen to it, and I like most of the songs. There's some songs I don't like, but most of them. Okay, then we have an 80s artist, Video Kids. And this comes with something cool I noticed. Like that, you could set this on the wall and mark your birthdays. And, kind of cool. I would say this is like synth pop, I guess, something like that. I'll place it in there later, like that. Okay, it's synth pop dance, maybe. Then we have a Maxi Single that is from a Bond movie. So they use some tracks from Bond in there. It's pretty cool Maxi Signal. It's synth pop, kind of mixed with a James Bond theme. So it's pretty okay. Well, and that was the vinyl albums that was in that in there that I got for free. So I hope you enjoyed the video on that, and maybe if you want to comment anything on that, so please do. I won't play any music on YouTube, I mean lay up something, because it's copyrighted and that, so, and I want to respect that, so therefore I won't upload any songs from this. But yeah, okay, that's the albums I got. So hope you liked the video on that.